Y'all know the name.
What's crack-a-lacking, boys and girls? I am Martinio, and welcome back to some more Project Cars and what's going to be a brand new series actually. So, as you can see on screen, we've got a time trial board. So, my aim in this new series, which I'm calling the First Page Challenge, I have got to take a car, preferably a fast one, under a number of different tracks and get it on the first page of the leaderboard. So for this one, we're starting with Sonoma, and we start with one of the newer cars, the Mercedes-Benz CLK-LM. So this is the Sonoma Raceway, the short version, as you can see on screen now. And I ran this track with the Apex Stalkers doing the Group 5 races, and I really like this track. I prefer the layout to the other two, I think. But the main motivation behind this was just to drive cars really fast and get up them leaderboards. So we've also had the 1.04 update. I've got a bit more motivation to do the time trials, purely because they've sorted time of day out, so it's no longer it could have been early morning or late evening sort of time. It's like near enough midday, so you've got good visibility and so on, and away we go. So, first corner, the reason I like this track is first corner is really challenging, especially here, because it's difficult to find your braking zone. If you get it a little bit wrong, then you'll get pitched off into that grass to the left. This corner, brake down there, just that little dip, and it can drag you around. Take it a bit easy through here to get over the hill. Then you can belt it down towards this bit there. Dragged it a little bit wide, didn't really hit the apex how I wanted to. Again, this one's a bit of a difficult corner because the lines on the track, because there's so many different routes to this track, if you get caught watching the lines, it can confuse you and throw you off a bit. It took that a bit too fast, didn't change direction very good. But yeah, I have tweaked this a little bit, tweaked the gearing, but I'm not going to register this time. I'm not an absolute mechanical whiz when it comes to a car setup. I suppose it's almost akin to Senna. Prost was better at setting up a car than Senna was, but Senna was he could just adapt his driving style to how the car was. I like to think I'm like that, but then again, I'm a vain, arrogant bastard. But so the first lap, even with the off, it's a 109.73, and I was looking for a 111.5 or under, I think it was. I'm not sure. To get on the leaderboard. So as long as I can whip together a clean lap, I should be firmly well placed there. Hoping for top 10 or even top 5. Let's dare to dream, shall we? So again down here, so I'm braking about there, just that first little line you see there, just easing it round and then belting on the power. Take a little bit of curb there and there, brake in here just slightly, through here, easy, and then boom, let it go. Now that corner's a bit deceitful because it's a little bit wider than you anticipate. In this corner you can take a little bit faster than you anticipate, actually. Didn't quite get it right there. This corner, again, this one's tricky. You can easily get dragged outside. I think it's just the understeery sort of nature of this track. Sorry, the car. And I still haven't kind of worked the kink out of that, because through corners like this, it's very nice, it's very planted, and you get good turning and so on. But it's just it's towards the back end of the tighter corners, like that last one, like the final corner on this track, that you can struggle with this one. I haven't quite figured out how to kind of tune it out and get it exactly how I want it. Part of me doesn't really want to, because I don't want to ruin the rest of it, because the steering, it progresses very nicely, but then it just starts to get very, very tight and unresponsive. But yeah, so I haven't really figured that out. I am learning. I ran a race again with the Apex Stalkers. It was a Le Mans race. I was going to put that up today actually as my upload for today for Project Cars, but it wasn't a particularly interesting race. I finished third, but the front two kind of disappeared because they had a much better setup. They were fiddling around with camber and so on, and I have no idea about that. Plus for some reason, because we did do actually a pit stop, the first stint my car wasn't getting anywhere higher than 175 after the pit stop. Just refueling it and putting tyres, you know, putting new tyres on it, I was getting near close to 190. So I don't know how that works. I don't know why it works like that, but yeah, if I'd have got the setup right the first time, I think I could have perhaps kept up with second. But again, they were kind enough to explain to everyone, you know, the whole toe camber thing, because I don't really fully understand it. But the way they said it is that a lot of the cars in the game, the rear camber is just wound way too high as a default. So I'm going to fiddle around with that, see what I can come up with, because maybe I can do a better time, because this guy was doing like 125s, 126s around Le Mans, which is a pretty quick time. It's not the quickest, that's 10 seconds slower than the actual time trial record around there. But, you know, the more I learn to set up a car, the quicker I'm going to get, you know. Easy around here, but again, not easy enough. But where are we going? So I'm still kind of around. I'm still all the time so far. I've been, you know, well within the time trial first page limit there. You know, 110s, 109s, and you know, I was running. I ran I think it was a low 113, like a 113.0 here in a Group 5 car. So I really like those cars, and I really like the track, and that was my motivation to do this track and this car. Well, down a long way there. Now, I'm not doing this live, of course, because as you know, I can't talk and drive at the same time. So we're just going to not bother about this. And also, I don't know if you've seen, there was a picture uploaded by Slightly Mad Studios regarding the DLC for Project Cars. The next DLC, we're actually going to have a free car, we're going to have some free liveries, and we're going to get a track update. So I don't know how many tracks exactly. I heard a number 12, but I heard the number 12. I don't know if that's one pack or the entirety of the tracks they're going to be releasing for 2015. If it's 12 tracks in one DLC pack, then woohoo, we're in for a party, because I'll try and run through them all in one day again. But hopefully we'll have Old Hockenheim, and I've heard Macau, and we've also got there'll probably be some oval tracks as well, so that'll be interesting. But there we go. There was my 5 laps. This is some very, very dark, very dead grass. 109.537. So firmly into the top 10, and that puts me actually number 6 on the board, and also the highest Mercedes-Benz CLK-LM time as well. So and also second with the steering wheel around that track, so that's pretty good. You know, I've done pretty good there. I was hoping I could get into the 108s, but it just I couldn't really hook a lap up. I think with more time to work on the setup, and you know, if I had another 5 laps, I probably could have done that. But never mind. You know, I'm happy with that. Can't say fairer. You know, top 10 on this track with that car in the world, or number 1 in the world with that car on this track. Can't say fairer. I'm the king. But that's pretty much all I've got time for this episode, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I will catch you boys and girls on the flip side. Peace! What? Where did you come from? Fucking shit, you sneaky bastard! No, 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 no! Oh, there's my machete gone. Oh, reload, 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 reload.